Welcome to today's Speaky Card reading. Today's topic is what do people secretly admire about you? For that, as usual, we have three piles. Pile number one, the cozy witch. Pile number two, elk. Pile number three, 10 of cups. Guys, if you like my content, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment. Now let's get started. Hello, hello, Pile One. Let's see what do people secretly admire about you. Starting with the Astrodice, of course. Leo, Scorpio, risk taker, adventurer. Literally, what people secretly admire about you is you're very magnetic, charming, full of life. Somebody who people shouldn't really challenge you. That's something people really admire about you. Like, once challenged, you can show anybody, you can literally take on anybody and show them your worth. Like, you know how to turn the tables in your favor, tables of life in your favor. Very strong. What do people secretly admire is your strength, your ability to put in the effort, that extra effort that one needs to put in order to achieve something in their lives. That is something, and people really admire the fact that you are very strong, resilient, hardworking. You're the type who genuinely believes that you need to work very hard and you need to live life harder. Like, you guys are very full of life, at the same time very attractive persona, very magnetic personality, very confident, of course, extremely confident, somebody who has leveled up their lives on their own terms. You live your life on your own terms, and that is something that people secretly admire. And it's your determination to really achieve something. You guys are the kind of people that people will be like, so if they can achieve this thing, so you are one of those people whom nobody expected you to do that, and suddenly you go and achieve something. Maybe you summit a mountaintop. I'm just giving an example because adventure sports is something, like, people who are into adventures and adventure sports, I really admire them. So maybe my examples tend to stem from those. But a lot of you actually love adventure. For you, that thrill-seeking behavior, that adrenaline-seeking behavior is something people admire. A lot of you could be into adventure sports, solo trips, literally leveling up every single day, measuring up every single day. A lot of you are that way. The cozy witch, take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. You know what people like and admire about you is you guys are the kind of people who are willing to take a chance on their own selves. You tend to literally feel that each and every day is like a new special start. It's like a new special beginning to your whole new life. People really admire that. People really respect that about you. You guys are the kind of people who are extremely resilient and determined types. Justice, absolutely, very fair, very just people. Stick to your truth and everything will turn just fine. This is your mantra. Like, people literally feel that this is a person, if you believe that this is the right thing, this is the truth, you are willing to walk alone, you are willing to face the wolves. It really doesn't matter. Treat your body like the palace it is. I'm seeing a lot of you have been scarred growing up with body image issue, with the way you look, with the way you dressed, like, literally, or maybe the way in which you did not look or did not dress. A lot of you literally struggled to fit in to the normal scenario, and what you did instead is, today you have become a person who has embraced themselves, their body, their personality. I've given this example earlier. Some people, just since she's on a curvier side, literally little girls growing up with those kind of body image issues, but growing up to become XL size models, doing so well on YouTube and literally earning all the money. that they ever wanted to earn, literally doing so well. That is something, that turnaround in life I can see. Evil Queen, you deserve sugar and not salt. Yeah, you guys are those people who are doing so much better in life. You literally deserve all the positives in your life. You guys, there was a time, you know probably you wouldn't get back at people who would treat you in a nasty way. Today, wherever you are at, it's all because of your own hard work. You have worked extremely hard, very, very professionally, to reach where you have. Like, a lot of you literally were the dark horses, somebody who didn't have a second option to fall back on, even your family not supporting. From there, people really admire the courage that you showed. You're like a tigress, like a tiger, and like fighting till you reached where you have. So today somebody tries to mistreat you, what people admire is you teach people how to treat you. You have that guts and courage. You're like, no, 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 you are not going to treat me this way. I decide what I am worth, and you are not going to tell me what I am going to do with my effing life. You have that mindset. That is something, you literally define the course of conversation. And you guys are also very good at holding conversations. Like, you're very good conversationalist. Yeah. Alright guys, up until now, if you like my content, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment. That really, really does motivate us. Remember to practice self-love. Exactly. You guys are visibly those people who tend to love themselves. Like, treating yourself to nice candles, to going out on a solo trip or a solo date and buying yourself something cute, something nice. I mean, those are the things. Like, you really go that extra mile in order to make yourself feel better. And this is something that you've achieved. This is not something that was handed down to you. Somebody didn't really do anything. They didn't really help you. Some people might have helped you during your difficult times, but it was you. It's like from nothing to somebody whom everybody wants to emulate. That is something, and people really respect this about you. You can rewrite the story. I'm saying this is a person who had been written off. Like, nobody thought, of all people, this person is gonna make so much money. A lot of you, like, going like overnight viral on YouTube, TikTok, etc. You guys are those. It doesn't have to be a social media, by the way, guys. Some of you, it's just your own job, something that you had pitched, and that pitch becomes so popular that you suddenly had a complete hike in your salary, and like twice jumped in your salary, and I mean, your life got so much easier, so much better. Like, let's face it, if you earn more money, more money you earn, better your life gets, in a way, right? It's like one less thing you'll have to worry about. And guys are very very open people, very, like, you get what you see with me. There is no two-sided thing. Like, there is a very authenticity about you, which people really admire. Some people really are a little intimidated by the bluntness. You guys are too straight and narrow. It's not like I don't give a F, but it's just that if somebody asked you something, even if it's a negative thing that probably you wouldn't have said otherwise, you will just say it. Like, am I looking fat? And if they have put on a bit of weight, you'll just say it. Like, maybe you could work on your body. I mean, you are that kind of a person. You will not sugarcoat to the extent of saying, no, you're just doing fine, honey. You would rather say, like, yeah, maybe a few pounds here and there, and you could just work on that. You guys are those kind of people who literally rewrote their life story. Mark my words, a lot of you are going through that process of rewriting their stories. Next 3, 4, 5 years, you can come back to this reading and tell me, like, oh my god, yes, I have literally turned my life around, slay them all. You guys are those people. I'm seeing a lot of you have struggled with your inner demons, also with procrastination, addictions. I'm seeing this is a person who has the courage to face everything, the outer demons and the inner dragons, the inner demons, which tells you, no, you can't do this, you won't be able to achieve that. But I'm saying you guys are doing it. You guys are slaying each and every single day. Like, you are those people who are very methodical, somebody who is very pragmatic, who is also, you are also very flamboyant people, which people really admire about you. You guys are known for your flamboyance, but authentic flamboyance. It's not like everything is in the air, superficial people. No, very authentic and flamboyant people. Don't be afraid to sing. Exactly, you guys tend to literally, this card tells me that you are one of those people who tend to speak the language of their own heart. Whether, I mean, at times maybe unintentionally you have hurt a few people in the process, but that's the way it is. You didn't, like, you are getting better at that, but you tend to speak your mind quite often, like more often than some people would literally would want you to. That is something, like, people don't really, at times they don't really expect you to speak things which are like starkly, like, that is there, but people try to just avert that. You will say it. You guys are very blunt, that is, and people really love your bluntness. People admire, might not love you, but admire you. You guys are like the truth teller of the group. You guys are those people who have literally created their own destiny. Very self-made, self-created, very self-motivated. Everything that you visualized about your life came true. That's what I'm saying. You guys are those people who tend to literally, you have really come a long way in your life. New opportunities and possibilities and pathways opening up. Exactly, people can see that this is a person who has worked their way up to this level, and you guys are doing a fabulous job, by the way. You are doing so much better than what others had expected. Announcement, you have literally, a lot of you, there could be like a increase in salary, increase in there's an increment I'm seeing for a lot of you, or you are presenting yourself in such a manner which is making a lot of people admire you even more. Like, your body language changing. A lot of you could be like getting, like, after holding down a normal job, getting a second job, or doing very well in your business, or maybe getting another second graduation or a master's. Some of you could be a PhD while working full time and being a mom and stuff like that. So that is something I can say. Okay, last but not the least, people admire you for how happy you are even through difficult times. We all face, life is tough, but you know how to gulp things down, and not just on the outside, even stay happy and content on the inside for what you have. Alright guys, I hope you've got some clarity. If yes, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment. Thank you. Namaste. So pile 2, let's see, what do people secretly admire about you, starting with the Astro dice. Okay, believe, become, Virgo, Capricorn. So literally, okay, a lot of earth signs. Typically, I'm seeing you guys are the kind of people who do not give up easily on life. That is something, not gonna give up. A warrior, a fighter, somebody, a Capricorn is a mountain goat, somebody who has worked their way up. Bit by bit, you eat an elephant. Very methodical people. I'm seeing somebody, you do not need someone else to fix you. Somebody who is especially now, even you lack in confidence, but you make up for that with your impeccable work ethics. A lot of you are a little timid on the inside, especially as in your younger years you were a little timid. There was a time when you have been told that you need someone you need to be fixed in a lot of ways, and you needed a lot of inner work to undo that trauma that others have created in your life, telling you like you are really not perfect, defective, those kind of things. Like I'm seeing a lot of you have had like abusive lovers early on in life who have damaged you that way, but you guys have slowly but surely, you lost your path, but slowly you have found your way back. You never needed those wings to fly. You are seen as, people admire your emancipated, liberated kind of mindset. Somebody who does not give two hoots today. There was a time when you used to be a complete people pleaser. Two, I'm seeing a complete transformation into a person who does not give two hoots to the whole world. It really doesn't matter. Were you there when I was walking through the darker corridors, because you failed through those, what do you call it, those gaps in the society? I'm seeing a lot of you, you had to scramble for your place at one point, and you have found yourself. You are walking today on your own chosen path of abundance, of your, like, you're claiming your rights back. A lot of you literally felt uh, how shall I put it, felt very claustrophobic, very much in chains in a relationship scenario, and today you feel like a free bird. A lot of you have been through a very controlling relationship situation, and people really admire you for the fact that a lot of you have been through like a controlling marriage from where everything was snatched away from you, and you guys have rebuilt your life, let go of self-imposed limitations. A lot of you, you know, it was your own belief system, lack of self-respect, that made you stay stuck in a bad, rotten scenario. You not believing in your own self, like you were never good enough, and you were also, that was reinforced from the outside, like this person, you could have done better all the time, no matter how hard you tried and worked. So I'm saying you guys are today at a place where you're no longer coming in your own path, if that makes sense. Gorilla, take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. Exactly, you are the kind of people who are very compassionate. You guys are those people who are very compassionate in nature, who are very nice and kind to their own people, especially your siblings. If you have children, those people feel blessed to have a person. You are that always there friend. You guys have, also what I'm seeing is, people also admire you for the fact that you are the kind of people who have a lot of poverty consciousness, because you have grown up seeing a lot of financial pinching scenario. So from there you try to give people around you whom you care about that lavishness that you haven't gotten. Like especially if you have kids, you try to give them the best possible upbringing and life, because you never had that. Growing up was very difficult. Even after growing up, like I'm seeing a lot of single parents trying to work their backsides off to give their kids the best possible childhood, and that's why people admire you. This is just one of the explanations amongst many, like you working your backsides off in order to make other people feel better, especially people you care about. You guys are very independent today, very like fiercely independent. It's your independence itself, your self-reliance, your prudence, your persevering nature, not gonna give up, like having that guts, that hard-headedness, like not gonna give up till I get what I'm set out to achieve. I am not going to give up. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over dependency on others. Exactly. You guys are the kind of people who are very self reliant, who do not really rely on other people. You do not like to rely on others as well. Take charge with authority. A lot of you guys are pretty authoritative today. Seeing a lot of you are being looked up to. People look up to you. You guys have worked your way up the position, up the hierarchy, and people are looking up to you. Alright guys, up until now, if you like my content, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment. People really love what you bring on table. Aquarius can be significant. Show the world the real you. Literally, you guys are showing the world what you are truly capable of being. Like slowly but surely, I'm seeing a lot of late bloomers coming into their full character and becoming who they were meant to be like. There was a time when there were other people who suppressed you. Today you guys are surpassing them, and people are like those who literally underestimated you. You guys were fiercely underestimated earlier. They are the ones who are totally drop jawed. They are the ones who are becoming your biggest admirers, I'm hearing. Stand your ground. You guys today have learned how to stand your ground, fight for your own self, stand up. There was a time when people would sell something and you would go to any extent to please another person. People would say something and you would believe that about your own self. You had such low self-respect. Today you do not have any of those anyways. Transform and unveil your gift, Shapeshifter. You guys have become the most badass version of yourself, like who does not, it happens with especially decent people, a little timid people. Once their back is to the world, they're done begging, pleading, trying to make everyone but themselves happy. One point they just throw in the towel and say, you know what, F you guys, do whatever you have to, because I am going to do something else. This is my life. You do not tell me what I need to do, how I need to lead my life. This is my life. This is my choice. And it's me who is going to decide what I need to do, what I should be doing with my life. You do not tell me. So that change in mindset I can see. And people are secretly, be bold and make the first. You have gotten bolder in life. Like a lot of you were introverts. You wouldn't really voice your opinions, your needs, and would always let others walk all over you. Today you have become a person, if you're uncomfortable doing that extra shift which you're not supposed to do, but out of your goodness you would do for others, today you just say no. Earlier you would have said yes and say no to your own needs. Today your needs are paramount, of paramount importance to you, and you just say no to others who just try to really take everything from you without giving much in return, giving back much in return. You guys have become that version of yourself who literally know. You have become a better judge of human character also. That is something I can see. Elk. Stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect you deserve. Exactly. You guys are getting a lot of respect. You guys have, today you are being treated as those people who are more dignified, somebody having a lot of dignity, somebody who has a lot of faith and belief system, somebody whom everybody tend to look up to. Aries can be significant. Okay, fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, other than the earth signs can also be significant for a lot of you. It doesn't have to be Aries. You can still be a Capricorn and be very action oriented, because trust me, in Capricorn, Mars gets exalted. You guys are very Martian people. It can be an Aries, a Scorpio, but also a Capricorn I'm seeing. You know what, even like Mars gets exalted in the sign of Capricorn, in the sign of Saturn. A lot of you can have a very good Saturn or a very good Virgo moon, Virgo Saturn, those kind of things. Very action oriented, very driven. You have that innate drive to do something, to get something done out of your life. Bold. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you would emerge victorious. Exactly. You guys are facing the problems, like whatever comes my way, I'm gonna face it. Doesn't matter what the other person thinks, I'm gonna face and be the best possible version of my own self. That kind of change I can see. You guys are those people who are literally, you have become, there was a time when you are mostly an avoidant kind of a personality, who didn't have the guts and confidence to speak their mind. Today you are just speaking your mind left, right, center. People are in awe, people are admiring. Once you start saying no to people, once you become less available to people, people start respecting you a lot more. Leo can be significant, a lot of you. Don't let pride get in your way. You guys are very humble. Humility You guys, you are those people who are very successful. You're seen as, I mean, it doesn't really matter how you see yourself. This is how, why people admire you. In spite of being successful, in spite of being a fighter, you haven't let pride get in your way under any circumstances. Very sorted people. Okay, last but not the least, a new start coming. Lot of you. Okay, another thing just flew away. Okay, you are on the road to success. New start coming. Oh my god. So a lot of you guys, I'm seeing you have really been through a difficult time period, like a very tortuous and difficult to climb kind of a mountain road. From there, I'm seeing you are at the almost at the tip where you can start a new life. Your sense of identity and purpose is coming to fore, and people are seeing you for who you are. I mean, your impression is changing in a way. Your identity shift is happening, and people are really admiring you so much. Alright, guys, I hope you've got some clarity. If yes, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment. Thank you. Namaste. Hello, pile 3. Let's see, what do people secretly admire about you, starting with the Astro dice. I can do anything. Gemini, Libra, you are the kind of people, what people admire about you is you are a very free flowing, very almost wild but very balanced. One part of it is very wild, somebody who lives their life on their own terms, somebody who genuinely believes that I can literally achieve and do anything that I put my mind to. At the same time, you're very balanced, very reliable, someone who genuinely believes that there is one life, so let me just live it to the fullest on my own terms. What people secretly admire, oh my god, compliments from my admirer. You get a lot of compliments. You guys are those people who would work hard, who are achievers in their personal and professional lives. Exactly. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. People are literally looking, you guys are shining. A lot of you have worked in silence for a long time. I'm seeing a lot of Aquarius, a lot of Leos, somebody who has worked in silence, and today you are shining brightly. You are resplendent in your own glory, and people are admiring you. You are getting the limelight, all the limelight that you always deserved anyways. Do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. This is something that people, like, intimidating you is not easy at all. You have seen enough in life to know, like, life is not going to intimidate me no matter what. Confidence is the key to your success. You guys are very confident people. Confidence is one thing that makes you more and more successful, more reliable, and people really admire the confidence. Even there are cases where you are probably not very sure of your abilities, and that shows also you're very adept at what you do. Very adept. Unicorn, very unique, rare people. Indulge your creative, imaginative and magical side through some form of artistic expression. Very artistic people, very creative people, extremely artistic and magical people. A lot of you people really admire. Some of you could be, like I'm saying, some of you in a hardcore professional technical line, but at the same time absolutely creative and artistic, maybe a very good dancer at the same time. So people really admire both the facets of yours, of your personality. People really, you guys are those people who are very admirable. because you are multifaceted, very dynamic, multicolored kind of personality. Blue Heron, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Exactly. You genuinely are those people who tend to take a stand for themselves, who tend to believe that this is the right thing for me to do. And if you believe that this is the right thing for you to do, you are willing to go all the way in life. This is something I can see. Hierophant, tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. Exactly. You guys are very good mentor figures, by the way. What people really admire about you is, you're, especially your juniors, you are that kind of a mentor who would not always encourage them to follow one path, one rule. For you, you literally are pretty iconoclastic that way, pretty iconoclastic, pretty, out of the box thinker. Like, you would encourage your juniors to think out of the box, think of a better solution. You always encourage them to go ahead and make something out of your life, and you are also that way, like getting ahead in life, getting better every single day. Life to you is very much worth living. Under every circumstances, it's very much worth living. So let's just live it to the fullest. Three of Swords, it's okay to cry. Literally, I'm seeing you guys are those people for whom library can be. You guys are thinkers, readers, voracious readers, and people, you have a lot of knowledge about different unrelated fields. A lot of you are very knowledgeable, hence very well spoken and very grounded and authentic, who shows their true emotions. In the corporate especially, people do not show their true emotions, but unlike you guys are those people, you get what you see. With you, that's the way it is, and people really love and admire you for that. Alright guys, up until now, if you like my content, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment. That really motivates us. 10 of Wands. Why make things so much more difficult than they need to be? Exactly. You guys are the kind of people who tend to simplify life. You believe in simplifying life. Instead of making things more and more complicated, you are admired because you, like, something which is complicated, you have been called upon to make it simple, to make it straightforward. Curiosity is also a type of magic. Exactly. You guys are also very curious people. Learners trying to learn new languages. Even some coders tend to, in their 50s and 60s, they try to learn different languages. You are one of those people. Literally. Don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. Exactly. You are the kind of people who do not, you would literally, you are those people who at one point would let a lot of people speak on you, over you, but today you do not let others outshine you. You try your, like, people can get you down, but for that, in order to literally pin you down, they will have to be way better, like miles ahead of you. That is something I can see. You guys are those people who are very good judge of human character, and people admire that. You guys are those people who have achieved success, but that has come after a lot of cost you have paid, which people, I'm seeing a dichotomy in characters, like Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini. There is some dichotomy. What people see today, like a very somebody who is successful, who is doing really well, but that wasn't easy. Some of you started on a very slippery slope, but kept on moving ahead, marching ahead with all the patience in the world, and that is the reason why you are being called successful today. King of Cups, always compose yourself before giving a response. Exactly. You are the kind of people who are very collected, very calm, collected, someone who knows, like, what, let's not get into other people's nonsense. People, even if they try to drag you in their drama, You guys do not get dragged in other people's drama. That is something that people really admire about you. Like, people trying to trigger you, but you don't get like getting you triggered is another thing. A lot of you are known to give very, like, very pat replies, those sarcastic, instant sarcastic replies. You're known for that with this Queen of Swords and King of Cups, who does not like, you give a response which is not a triggering response. Like, you get triggered and react. No, you do not get triggered that way easily. You guys are very sorted in your head. You know what you stand for, what your worth is, and rest what the whole world thinks, it just doesn't matter. Four of Cups, try not to be so picky, okay? Exactly. You guys are those people who are very inclusive of others, who tend to embrace everybody no matter what. You guys tend to embrace others, and that is something, like, you are not a picky person at all, okay? But sometimes it really is all rainbows and smiles. Exactly. You are the kind of people who are all about rainbows. Like, you genuinely, I'm saying, you are those people who tend to believe in enjoying life. And your company is also very exciting. People admire the fact that people just love being around you. You have such vibe, very high vibe people, very positive, very affirmative, very, like, quintessentially those people who genuinely believes that life is to be lived. You shouldn't let life pass you by. You should literally live life on your own terms and not let others decide what you got to do with your life. Ace of Swords, look at you. You're bursting with sparkly new ideas. Exactly, this is who you are. This is how you are. You're like literally bursting with sparkly new ideas, better like very out of the box ideas, very, like, way better sparkling stuff. That's what I'm saying. You guys tend to, you guys are the diamonds in the rough. That's what people are, that's how probably people will describe you. I'm seeing some people have very shiny sparkling eyes, which speaks a lot about their intellect. You guys are seen as those people. Last but not the least, strength. It takes great strength to be soft. Yeah, you guys are very strong, but at the same time softies. I use this card with an analogy of coconut. Coconut is hard on the outside but soft on the inside. You guys are those people you are very big time humanitarians, very, very compassionate and empathetic towards those who need that compassion in their life. Alright guys, I hope you got some clarity. If yes, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment. Thank you. Namaste.